Hey, what's up again, YouTube world? It is your girl here, the Venusian Bull, and I'm back with another video discussing the transits for the week beginning January 26th, and we're going to do this through February 1st. So this is the last full week of January, and then we're going to be entering February by the end of the week. So sometime next weekend, I should have out a full transits for the overview for the month of February, in addition to the weekly video. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Now, I know I made a mistake last week of saying last week wasn't an eventful week, and then I forgot. I didn't realize until the end that we were having the new moon in Aquarius, so my apologies for that. But I definitely did double check the transits here, and this is a pretty light week in terms of this week. So I'm actually going to be kind of talking about the moon phases as we go along, just because there aren't really a lot of major transits that are happening this week. So definitely stay tuned and let me know what you think in the comments. So we're going to get this started. All right, so the first day of the week, January 26th, Sunday, we're going to have Venus square Mars. So this is always a very interesting dynamic. Whenever you have Venus and Mars interacting with each other, you got the yin and yang, you got the masculine and the feminine energy, you got the man and the woman. You know, it's gonna be kind of coming to blows, especially if you are in any romantic relationships. You know, you may be having more fights at this time. There may be more disagreements, because a square denotes frustration, and it actually denotes a fight. It doesn't have to be a physical fight, but it's a fight between the planets for their abilities to be able to express themselves and express their needs and things like that. So when you're looking at Mars, Mars is in Sagittarius. Mars wants that freedom right now, the freedom to, you know, assert themselves, and the freedom to, you know, be adventurous and kind of wild and crazy, because that's the Sagittarius way, right? But Venus is in the very romantic and compassionate, you know, artsy Pisces, where it's just a lot of like wanting downtime and chill and stuff like that. So this dynamic is going to happen, and it's not specific to a man or a woman. It's not like all of the men are going to be acting like the Mars and Sagittarius, or all the women are going to be acting like the Venus and Pisces, or vice versa. But this is just the energy of these placements right now. So you're going to feel a push-pull, but you're also going to feel like this is a good, you know, like makeup sex placement, like you fight and then you know, make up, have sex type of thing. So there may be some of that going on, but there's going to be some quarrels that are going to be happening. Battle of the sexes, I would say, definitely is going to be taking place interpersonally within your lives, as well as throughout the world, in society and things like that. So be on the lookout for any type of battle of the sexes, masculine, feminine type of battles that are going on this week. All right, so next we are looking at, okay, this is a major conjunction here. Now, before I do talk about that, I did just want to reference the fact that we do start the week off with the moon still being in Aquarius, so we still have that very intellectual, very cerebral, forward-thinking, eccentric vibe going on. Of course, it's Aquarius season. The sun is there, Mercury's there, so Aquarius is popping right now. You know what I'm saying? It's what about your friends? It's that kind of season as well. What are we doing for humanity? You know, what type of groups and organizations are we going to be in? So with the moon there, all of this is more heightened, because this has to do with your emotions and your instincts. But you know, Aquarius isn't emotional, but you may be talking about those emotions. So keep in mind that Aquarius energy is still up in that mix. Okay, so moving right along. This is also a pretty major transit here. We have Venus conjunct Neptune, and we're gonna have the moon kind of entering in there. It's going to get a little closer to Venus and Neptune as well. So with the moon, Venus, and Neptune, mind you, all of these energies And this is happening on the 27th. All of these energies are feminine energies. They're like receptive energies. So this is like very much in touch with your feelings. This is very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Even like the hardest, the thugs might shed a little thug tear during this time. You know what I'm saying? Pisces moon can be very emo and just very like dramatic, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do with my life? Because, you know, Pisces, people don't know this, but Pisces are the actors of the zodiac. They're overall artists, but, you know, they're the actors of the zodiac as well. So it's going to be a lot of kind of that extra drama, like I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And you know, you got to be careful of the negative influences of Pisces, and you got Neptune there. But it's a beautiful energy at the same time, because you have the artist, the artistic element, you have the romance, the love, that type of spiritual and compassionate element that's happening, particularly with Venus and Neptune. And then you got the moon there. You have a lot of psychic energy. You have a lot of perceptive energy going on. A lot of magic can happen during this transit, okay? So if you have anything, I know it's not a new moon or anything like that, but if you want anything to be popping off, this is definitely a time, especially with the new moon just happening last week. We need to do another manifestation. Light your candles, say what it is that you want to manifest, and I'm gonna take that into consideration myself, because with all of this Pisces energy right here, like it's just magic. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of Pisces. Pisces energy can literally think stuff and imagine things, because they have a very, very vivid imagination. Dreams are going to be very prophetic during this time too. I always forget to talk about dreams when I talk about Pisces, but pay attention to your dreams. But yeah, Pisces has the ability to manifest just by believing in something and having faith. That faith that you have in things and yourself are going to be extra heightened. You know what I mean? It's not going to be, you know, in the previous weeks, it was a lot of energy in Capricorn, which it still is. You know, Saturn and Pluto still hanging out over there. Hey, Saturn, hey, Pluto. Jupiter still hanging there. But it was a lot of focus on reality and being down to earth. This Pisces energy is the complete opposite. This is about having faith in what is not tangible and what you cannot see, and believing in something that is like bigger than yourself, whatever you believe in, whether that be God, if you are, if you subscribe to an organized religion, or if it's the higher power, you know, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, that energy is going to be heightened at this time, and people are just going to have more faith in themselves to be able to do things. So I think that that's going to be a very beautiful energy. So just definitely keep that in mind and utilize this time to be on the right side of Pisces energy. But also remember, like I always say, this is the energy of thieves, of cheating, of illusions and delusions. Like, try not to have faith in something that you know, or particularly someone, because you could be looking at somebody with rose-colored glasses. Don't put your faith in someone that you know is not going to be anything good for you. Like, you know that they're toxic, you know, because this is a very romantic energy. You know, people are going to be, you know, really in love and all of this stuff, and they might be blinded by love. You know, keep your head on the swivel a little bit. But if there's something that you want, if there's something that you're really passionate in, that you really believe in, and that you want to happen, manifest that. Tell yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your dreams, pay attention to your dreams, remember your dreams, write them down, because they're going to be very prophetic during this time. And even though like the conjunction happens on the 27th, like it's still, Venus is still really close to Neptune on the 28th. The moon is still hovering around there until like until like the 27th and the 28th. The 27th definitely, because the conjunction will be most potent, but the 28th is still going to be lingering. All right, so moving right along to Mars square Neptune. So because Mars is squaring Neptune, it's also gonna, well, I already mentioned this, is me squaring Venus. So while Venus and Neptune are making that beautiful conjunction of magic and compassion and romance and love, you're going to have Mars that's going to be squaring that energy. So Mars is really going to try to put a dent in all of that beautiful energy, all of that serenity, you know what I mean? But it may be a good thing in a way, and may be able to jolt you back into reality in terms of he's not good for you, or she's not good for you, or this is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Also remember, Pisces energy, Neptune energy, prone to addiction. You may be, prone to reaching for the bottle more, drugs, and sex addiction. You got Mars right there. You know what I'm saying? So, be careful of a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so just be mindful of the activity that's going down and who you're surrounding yourself with, because that Pisces energy is very absorbent. Like Pisces energy absorbs that energy, especially if you do have a lot of Pisces energy. This is going to really hit you hard. So definitely, pay attention to this energy and just keep your eyes open, but have faith. Definitely have faith. But if there's something that's jolting you, if there's something that is preventing you from there's some type of barrier that's happening, that's because Mars is squaring Neptune and Venus. That's the barrier. So Mars is either telling you that you need to go for it, you need to do it, or it's usually that's what Mars is doing, but because it's a square, it's like kind of saying, stop, hold on, make sure that this is, the right situation before you're kind of like taking that leap of faith and jumping into it. Like, have faith in stuff that makes sense and that will be beneficial for you. You know what I mean? Don't try to jump into things that are unrealistic or that are too idealistic. And that's difficult to do when you got Mars and Sagittarius and all of this Pisces energy, because both Sagittarius and Pisces are very idealistic. But think about that square. Sometimes the squares are trying to tell us something, and sometimes it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna hurt a little. It's gonna be a little whack, a little smack, a little bit to kind of whip you into shape. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so next transit we have happening on the 28th, and that Mars square Neptune is also happening on the 28th. So Sun is going to be quincunx or in conjunct the North Node in Cancer. There's been a lot of contact with the North Node over the past few weeks. So there's a lot of instances where these planets are coming in contact with the point of the North Node, which represents, your purpose in this lifetime and where you need to be going to fulfill your destiny. So with the Sun in a challenging aspect to this North Node in Cancer, you may find that there are a little bit of conflicting things that are going on with your identity and your self-expression as expressed by the Sun, and your destiny and your purpose. They're clashing. They're not seeing eye to eye. They're not working together. And there's going to be a lot of frustration and a lot of like, if you're working towards something, you may have I just want to give up right now. But remember what I tell you, that Pisces energy, that Neptune and that Venus is right there. Have faith. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. Pray to whomever you pray to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to use that spirituality times times 12 in this particular instance, and Cancer is very spiritual too, as it's a water sign. So keep that in mind. But there may be a little bit of that notion that you may feel like giving up on something, because the quincunx, sometimes they're a little bit more harsh than actual square, just because it's just so like frustrating. It's like you're hitting your foot, you're stepping on a toy or something like that, or you jam your finger in the car door. It's like ouch. It's like like after everything that's happened, and then this happens too, like I'm never gonna accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. So that could be the energy that's going on, personally as well as societal wise. But just remember to have that faith. Keep in mind, the Neptune, Venus, and the moon is in Pisces, and it is on your side. if you are operating on the light side of these energies and and you have good intentions with your manifestations. Okay, so that's actually the last transit of the last major transit of the week, and that happens on the 28th. So I'm basically just going to talk about the moon phases for the rest of the week. So by the time we get to the 29th, the moon is going into Aries. So it's going to make a conjunction with Chiron, as we see right here. So this is going to be very emotional, kind of erratic type of energy. This day might be all over the place, and you see it's right in the middle of the week. So it's chaotic because there may be some things that are brought up in your past and things that you need to, heal from. And then you got the moon right there, and it's got your emotions all in a tizzy, and it's just an emotional roller coaster. And you low key may want to fight somebody because, it's in Aries and the moon is there. And the moon in Aries is very impulsive. You know what I'm saying? So try to tame that impulsive nature and utilize that fight and that drive that Aries has for something positive. But it is possible that there may be some things that go on where people are actually hurt, physically hurt, or emotionally hurt or wounded during this time, because Chiron it doesn't really take no mess. It's not a very pleasant type of energy, no matter what kind of contact it's making, like even if it's a trine or something. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be, I would say, an all over the place kind of day with that energy of the moon being with Chiron. It's going to be kind of like, like, what am I doing? And, just be mindful of that. And, like I always say, you got that Pisces energy popping off, go to a therapist, seek some therapy if you need it, because that might be around the time where you kind of like reach your breaking point or something like that. You might literally break something because you're so pissed or you're so enraged in regards to, a situation. So just keep that in mind and try to stay cool, try to keep your cool. On the 30th, moon is still hanging out there in Aries, just chilling. And then by the 31st, still in Aries. So the moon is going to be Aries for 3 days. So by Saturday, February 1st, the moon will enter Taurus, and it's going to be in contact with Uranus. So this is also going to be very erratic, crazy energy, but in a different way. It's more like electric. It's more like shocking. It's more like unpredictable, unexpected. And Taurus isn't usually that unpredictable, unexpected type of energy, but it's conjunct Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. So be careful of your money, because understand Taurus is the money sign. So hopefully the unexpected surprises as it pertains to money are good surprises, like you're getting a bonus or you're getting a raise or something like that. Not like you're losing money or you're getting a demotion or you're getting demoted or something like that, or you literally lost money. Remember, Venus is in Pisces. Pisces does have the tendency to lose things, you know what I'm saying? So pay attention to your wallets, your cards, all of your information, like online and stuff like that. Uranus represents the internet. That's where everybody has all of their information stored and banking information. And now you got, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Android Pay, all that type of stuff. Make sure you pay attention to that stuff, because people might be trying to steal your information. Ain't nobody got time for that, and that's emotionally draining with the moon there. So keep an eye on your money. Keep an eye on your money with this moon conjunct Uranus. Just surprise, surprise. I check my accounts every 5 minutes because I'm a Taurus sun. I don't play them games. So I'm always looking at my stuff. But if you're not that type of person, definitely make sure you're double, triple, quadruple checking your accounts and your money and, things like that. And some of you who actually still carry around cash all the time, you know what I mean? Be wary of your cash. Make sure you don't have any like loose change or loose bills or anything crazy about that. Make sure you're getting all of the money out of the ATM machine. Like, make sure you're not forgetting your ATM card. Like, don't nobody got time for all of this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I would stress the most. is there can be some type of, you know, surprise or unexpected thing that has to do with money. So hopefully it's on the up and up and it's something positive with that Uranus energy. Have faith. Remember, let's go back to this. Let's manifest good vibes and good energy and prosperity and abundance in this week, and, you know, continuing on. And on and on and on forever. All right. So that is actually it for this week. All right, so we culminated the month with a rather relaxed week in terms of the transits. We started it off with a bang, you know, with the Saturn Pluto conjunction, as well as the lunar eclipse and everything like that. So we're closing out the month of January. I will have a monthly transit video for the month of February coming next week, as well as the weekly. I'm still churning out, slowly but surely, my planets in the houses series, so be on the lookout for those. We're in the third house right now. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Come back to it in a few weeks and see if anything that I mentioned resonated with you or manifested or anything like that. And I will see you in the next video. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.